Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the official Hammer Time podcast. As always, I am your host, six-time Pee Wee Super Bowl champion, Mr. Cadillacs here, along with my partner in crime, as always, recapping games, Jake Dozier, who just works at Red Bull. We are here today, recapping slightly with more of a prediction pod. Have the college football playoff coming out with the newest rankings updated. This is recording 5:30 Eastern time of Tuesday, November 18th. So rankings come out in roughly about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, I think, 8 o'clock. I don't know. Whenever they want to.
It's in between the games for basketball.
Oh, it's true. It's a halftime tonight. So yeah, looking forward to that. Right after Kentucky loses tonight. That'll be cool. But yeah, nothing crazy today. So just your average weekly routine of reacting to some college football. We had a chaotic weekend, kind of. It's going to shake up the rankings a little bit, so we're going to have a little fun game. We have some big news across the coaching carousel, which we'll lead off in just a little bit. And yeah, other than that, I think that's pretty much about it. And then, of course, preview to week 13, I believe, coming out sometime Thursday morning, I believe. So look forward to that. Before we get into today, as always, want to make sure you guys are following, liking, subscribing, reviewing, commenting, sharing with your friends. Join the Discord community as well. Best community all around. You guys rock. And other than that, yeah. You are also now looking at your member, Mr. Irrelevant of Team Royal. Shout out to the GOAT, all right? That's my guy. I love these guys. Shout out to the Rainbow team if they do listen to this. But yeah, that was huge. That was a pretty fun thing. For those of you who don't know, basically it's just like a little draft pool of smaller handicappers with smaller followings, like ourselves essentially. And we entered the draft room, and your guy got drafted last. It was kind of crazy, but one of the coolest moments by far of doing this thing. Jake is an undrafted free agent and is about to go on the most disgusting redemption arc known to mankind. I think starts the. He's just gonna at Twitter every single card that wins. It doesn't matter.
Yes.
Only recap the winners.
No, I'm not posting before either. It's just gonna be green every time.
Edit the units in action after the fact. Yeah, we'll be all right.
Absolutely.
We're gonna get this guy on a team, bro. But yeah, what a moment. It was really cool. So shout out to the community. If you guys were in the chat spamming around, that was electric. But yeah, we're going to dive into today. I know we have a lot to talk about. Betting weekend wise, how do we do? Do we have numbers? I don't think we have numbers from this weekend specifically. I know I went green. Oh, okay. We won't talk about it then. I was green by a couple units. Other than that, nothing special or crazy, but we're just on a roll again. We're still on our roll the same from last week. So doing really good still. Green is green. I'm not going to complain about a 2-unit weekend. That's better than most. So I'll take it. Leading off today, coaching carousel. We are one down out of one that I predicted essentially. And that is none other than James Franklin taking the Virginia Tech coaching job in Blacksburg, Virginia. Another elite atmosphere for the guy, something he's familiar with, different culture change a little bit, and definitely a different scheme of things, I should say, with a definite new set. But I think this is going to be a fun rebuild. I think a lot of people, this is a big time, I think this is a really good hire, personally.
Yes, I agree. I think this is the best hire they could have done.
I don't know who was on their hot board either, but yeah.
I mean, the same names that have been on every hot board that's open.
Yeah.
Hard to pay attention to hot boards as good as like Pete Nakos is on On3 and the 247 guys. Like every hot board's the same. It's the same
Right.
10 dudes that get their names pushed by their agents to ESPN or whatever media outlet. So shout out them. Yeah, I think this was the best hire you could have made from the surface level. You need to know what staff he puts together. You need to know what changes he's going to make, because at the end of the day, what he did at Penn State wasn't good enough for Penn State. So will it do the same thing and run its course the same way if he doesn't change? So you're going to have to see change there, whether it's play calling, whether it's in-game decision making, whatever, micromanaging. I know Penn State people in the Discord and on Twitter have talked about that. So I have a couple thoughts. None of them are really Virginia Tech related because it's too early to talk about Virginia Tech. I don't know how well he's going to do. I assume he's going to do really well. It's James Franklin. Like, he'll probably elevate the program.
Right.
The floor will probably be higher. The ceiling's probably higher. It's also probably going to take a year or two, barring NIL. I know they said that they're already going to put a crap ton of money in to the NIL fund for James Franklin. I have a couple thoughts about Penn State and then a thought about Arkansas. Penn State thoughts, just dumb, just a complete inept.
That was a bad
athletic department, in my
bad
opinion.
turnaround.
You fired your coach when you didn't have to because you lost a game. Two games you shouldn't have lost, and I get it. It was a bad run. I understand the firing, and I get the point of view. But when you did it, now you have completely killed the 2025 season that you had. So any win is cool, but like wins and losses don't matter in college football when it comes, like, you're not tanking for a draft pick. So you firing your coach then didn't do anything. You now lost on Matt Rule. He got a contract extension. You've lost 17 commits in the 2026 class, which is an insane number. So now you have to look at yourself if you're Penn State, and you have to say, okay, we just fired a top 15 coach in college football. We've now lost almost our entire recruiting class. Who wants to go there? Who wants to go deal with 10 wins isn't good enough? You have to win more than 10. You have to win big games. And then not only that, but like, tell me a coach that's in a situation that's like, yeah, I'm signing up for that. Because there's going to be one, but I don't see it. Rule wanted to stay. You know, I don't think Matt Campbell is going to leave Iowa State for Penn State with the expectations that would be put on him. Like, you're going to have to, I know these guys are 1% competitors, but like, you're going to have to find a dude that's honestly just kind of crazy, which I don't know who the number one name is right now, but it can't be better than James Franklin. So that will continue to be interesting to watch from a Penn State perspective. And then my Arkansas thing is, I know they wanted him, and I know it was out there that they talked for a second, and then he basically just said no, which it's no shot to Arkansas, but it seems like to me your booster money is not where it needs to be, which leads me to believe that the boosters with money want a say in what coach gets hired. They want another Calipari, which Franklin kind of fit that mold. But like, you're not going to get that. So I wonder where Arkansas turns now, because I know that was high up there. They're not going to get Lane. They're probably not going to get Summerall. They're probably not going to get one. They shouldn't get one of the retreads that's been fired. I've heard Golish a couple times. It'd be interesting. I don't even know if he'd go. It's all going to depend. What we're learning in this coaching search from this year is the universities have to sell themselves. The coaches don't have to sell themselves anymore. The university has to sell it, because like Summerall, when he goes and interviews with Auburn, or he interviews for these jobs, he can just blatantly say, Tulane's structure is better. I'd rather stay. And he can just stay at Tulane, and they can pay him more money, and they can put more money in NIL. Like, you're going to have a harder time having to sell. That's why LSU is going to have such a hard time if they don't get Lane. Because, yeah, LSU is an awesome job, but if your leadership isn't in the right place, guys are going to be turned off by that. So
it's one big cluster, like it's with a bunch of branches. A lot of people don't realize the ins and outs of the college football world nowadays. It affects everything. Like, it's not just a players thing at that point. Like, it's literally everything. With Franklin gone, I'll just say this while we're here. just in the coaching carousel topic with Franklin gone. Who's all the coaches who got extensions? You have Brom, who got extended. Elko just got a big one. Roll already got one. I think that might be it.
That might be it. That's like widely reported right now. Like, we know Drink hasn't gotten one. We know Kiffin hasn't signed. Kiffin has one on
the
desk.
board. Yeah, it's just yeah.
Will he sign
right?
It, which we can get into Lane stuff in a little bit, but no Big 12 coaches have been extended that I know of.
It's just them and Cignetti. Those are the only four,
and
I think.
Cignetti, yeah.
Which was early.
Mm-hmm.
As far as candidates go, if you're Penn State, because we already know the SEC candidates at this point, Penn State's candidates are literally going like this right now because they have literally no idea what they want or who they want. And like still to this day, rumors are rumors at the end of the day, sure. And you could say that so-and-so is here or so-and-so is here. It's not going to change anything. Like that's nothing. Like me personally, if I'm like a name that would, I don't want to say emerging because he's always been emerging in my opinion. I love this guy to death, but the more that he wins consistently, I think Brent Key is getting a lot more calls. Chesney at James Madison might get a lot more calls depending on how he does. There's just a couple of other emerging people that have been kind of swept under the rug where you immediately go to the big names, but you kind of forget about these under radar guys that are just going to be really good for the culture as far as fit goes. But in terms of like a recruiting standpoint, or like you said, expectation point, because it is vastly different than jumping from, I mean, it's a smaller program compared to what Penn State is. So it's a big jump. It's a lot to ask, but.
And even to talk about those candidates you just mentioned, you talk about the James Madison coach, you talk about Brent Key. Let's throw Clark Lee in there, and let's throw Campbell in.
Sure. Yeah.
None of them have ever won more than 10 games.
Nothing. There's zero resume work done at all.
That's what and that's my point. And like, I think Campbell would be a home run hire because he would bring the best staff he could possibly bring in. He's no nonsense. He's not in the media. He doesn't push his name out there. So, like, I think that'd be super cool. I'll throw one at you. What if Lincoln Riley gets fired or leaves?
Lincoln Riley's going to be gone, I think.
Lincoln Riley.
I would put money. I would put money on that he's gone. Specifically this offseason. I don't necessarily think it's before the end of the year, but yeah.
There's some names that are interesting. I mean, you have to look at every coach. Like, there's not a coach safe out there unless they got an extent. And even if they got an extent,
there's really not.
Like, I'd say the two that I think will never ever leave. 3: Dabo, unless he gets fired or retires. Kirby and Dan Lanning. Like, are the ones that are always safe, probably no matter what. Everyone else, and Ryan Day. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Cignetti leaves at some point. Like, he can talk all he wants about Indiana, but I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not surprised if Lincoln Riley leaves or gets fired. I wouldn't be surprised if you hear Joey McGuire's name at some of these big jobs with Texas Tech. Wouldn't.
Everybody's got a price.
Yeah, everyone has a price unless you're at a place that you are from or you love. Like,
right.
I don't think Dillingham's going anywhere, but like if Alabama opened up, he'd answer the phone.
100%.
Listen to it. And like Josh Pate brings up a really good point when he talks about these on his podcast. He talks about how everything you talk about in theory, you can say no or yes to. I can say no that this guy's not going here. I can say yes, this guy's going here. The only way you'll ever know is unless that paper is officially in front of you. And he says it with Lane Kiffin all the time. Until Lane gets an offer from another school, you can't speculate on whether he's going to take it or not.
At all. Right. I agree.
And the whole going to his kid and interviewing his kid is
blatantly insane.
What are you doing? You should be fired from whatever job you have. That's ridiculous. Get away from the freshman kid.
I've never seen that before in my life. That's insane.
No, He has no idea. Lane's not going to tell him until the day before. Like, let's be honest with Lane doesn't know. I can promise you that. Lane has no idea. That's why he hasn't said anything.
I don't know. It's a mess. What that entire situation, specifically with Kiffin, is a mess right now.
Well, it'll be resolved next week.
The ultimatum is ending next week. Which at first I had said he's staying. I don't know if you're still staying true to LSU
I'm
or
leaning Florida.
Florida.
I was talking to my father-in-law yesterday and told him I think he'd stay. And then I read some stuff and listened to some stuff, and I think Florida's your best. If I had to bet and I had to write it in Sharpie right now, I'd say he leaves for Florida next week
over LSU.
Yes,
that'd be tough.
The LSU, I think LSU's out just because of the Kiffin.
It's not stable, dude.
No, that's exactly right.
It's not.
Everything at Ole Miss is stable. So if he's going to leave, he's going to go stable somewhere else. And I would say Florida is stable. And Florida's a better job than Ole Miss from like talent perspective. Ole Miss's NIL is top 5. So
the amount of it's grown is nuts. Yeah, it's done really well.
I mean, they're top level SEC schools that like higher than Ole Miss. I'm talking like Alabama, Georgia, that are trying to keep up with Ole Miss's NIL. Like Ole Miss, Texas Tech, and like USC. Like those are like the 3 top. Those are who you're like trying to catch up with. So yeah, I would lean Florida. I have no idea. It'll get resolved hopefully in the next week. If I was Ole Miss, I think you did the right thing. I think you have to give it to him because at the end of the day, you need him to make a decision because if he's going to keep you in limbo, he can't coach a playoff game for you.
No, not going to a playoff game with that in your head at all.
No. So if I had to guess, he accepts an offer probably next week, probably before the Egg Bowl. Because the Egg Bowl result doesn't matter necessarily.
No.
I think they're in the playoff regardless. So you give Pete Golding a month to go try and get ready for a playoff game. And in all honesty, if Ole Miss hired Pete Golding and made him the head coach, I wouldn't hate it.
That's what I was going to say. I would just promote. He's been unbelievable in that
Weiss,
program.
That OC is good. Charlie, is it Weiss?
Charlie. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's Junior. Charlie Weiss Jr.
Yeah, he's good. So I think if Lane does leave, I think you keep it the same. Or they should.
Wish he was as good as his dad, but can't have that, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. Ultimately, I just think it's going to be shocking, and I just think he stays personally. But I see both sides. It's been a complete mess. At this point, I don't think anybody can like truly predict and just say it's a lock. Like it's literally going to be until the day of.
Lane doesn't.
So
that's what I
no.
I'd say 51-49 Florida right now. Like I 1%. Like I have no idea. No one knows. Message boards know because they know everything.
Apparently, yeah. If you're not following that on Twitter, yeah, you guys don't know what you're doing. Inside sources, definitely. Mm-hmm. With the coaching carousel talk out of the way now, we can recap what happened this weekend. Mainly the one game, and Boomer Sooner, baby. Daggone. BetSlip didn't like it, but as the fan perspective in me, I loved it. That's massive for Venables. I think it's a season changing win for like without a doubt, obviously. But maybe it could be, yeah. Possible. Just now, it's gonna be bad if you don't.
You have 2 games that are not.
It's not gimmies.
Show up and you get the dub. Like Missouri's still a tough team to play. LSU showed that they actually still care about this season. So
I don't know what's going to happen.
But Yeah, big win for Oklahoma, especially under the circumstances. I mean, you get outgained by almost 200 yards. They have the ball for way more than you do. They have 10 more first downs. The turnovers were huge, and that's something that Oklahoma hasn't done all year. That's now 6 turnovers forced in the last 2 games by themselves. That's impressive.
Incredible. Yeah.
Um, yeah, Venables had a good game plan for Alabama. I think. Look, I still think Bama was a good bet. I would
The
bet it
side.
again.
Oh,
It
100%.
was 100% the side. I mean, Oklahoma at a 4% win expectancy. Like if you want to come at me with that terrible bet, Oklahoma was the side. They weren't the side. Like Alabama without turnovers wins that game. Alabama with the turnovers still has a chance to win the game. So yeah, good win though. I mean, all you gotta do is take care of business here in the playoff. Uh,
Yeah.
Alabama didn't lose anything. You win out and you make the SEC championship game, barring some crazy tiebreaker stuff that has to
Right.
happen that I will not get into. So
Granted, yeah, not the end of the world, but it sucks as far as like a fan perspective kind of deal. Um,
I mean, yeah,
kind
losing at
of,
home. That was the first time they lost on homecoming in 22 years.
yeah. It was his first home loss, was it not? Kalen's. I
What?
think so. I'm pretty sure that's what it said. I thought I read something like that, but homecoming loss is even crazier. Golly, I didn't know that.
I think it was his first home loss. Thinking about
But
it.
yeah, it goes back to what we've been saying again, and all the people, and especially on Twitter or just anybody that I've talked to really about firing Kalen. Not. It's not that serious. I mean, we talked about both of these teams to be exact at the beginning of the year, and how I think it's funny because at the time we kind of said that they were pretty level in terms of like units in the trenches, and clearly apparently it's like night and day because they did not. They got dominated up front bad. Oklahoma's D line is still in my probably. I'm gonna. They are the best in the country at that point. Like that was what they did on. I don't know. Stank face. They're nasty.
Yeah, I think they're the second best D line in the country.
I'll give you
Texas
that.
Tech
That's
is
fine.
better.
That's fair. I was gonna say that would be my 1 and 2, but yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, when it comes to Oklahoma wrecked that game defensively because of the pressure that was on Ty. Ty having to move his feet a lot, not able to reset on throws when he had to double pump and all those things. And also at the end of the day, like this passing game that Alabama has been touting, these receivers, the
Yeah,
tight ends, all this stuff, it's not clicking. And you can talk about how there's another gear coming and that they haven't reached their full potential. They might have. This might be Alabama's offense. It might just be this. And at the end of the day, Alabama's defense bailed them out all game.
pretty much. Yeah,
I mean, Oklahoma had
multiple
one
times.
one drive over like 50 yards, maybe. Pate said it on Sunday. I think Alabama had 7 drives longer than Oklahoma's longest drive. I said it at halftime because obviously I'm in a house full of Bama fans. I said at halftime, if you stop turning the ball over and giving it to them on the other side of the 40, you're going to win this game. And they couldn't stop the
Right.
run. But you can't run the ball. That's been
No.
proven.
Dude.
You can't run the ball. Ryan Williams continues to just befuddle me weekly. He has 150
The fall
yards
off
and
is generational.
spectacular catches, and then he has those type of games. And Jeremy Bernard, still awesome, still very, very good. The tight end room, very good. But Simpson seemed off. That's 2 weeks in a row that Simpson seemed kind of off. So we'll see. Kalen DeBoer is a great coach. They're going to be just fine because of the defense. The defense has stepped up to another level so far
Right.
throughout the last couple weeks. So we'll see. I'm not changing anything.
No. I mean, it sounds nuts, but no.
No, I'm not going to until it's over because the potential on the team is still there. So
Absolutely. Like if you if you just give Simpson roughly like two more seconds, 3 more seconds of pocket time, completely different passer. He's just, it's under pressure. I mean, really any quarterback is going to be, I don't even know what the word would be, but you know what I mean. They would be kind of like puzzled about it. Like they're not
Yeah, right.
poised when you have that defensive line unit coming at you within seconds after snaps after snaps. That's just not how it works. And then you have a running back who can't block for his life. Useless. He's just like he's getting bullied out there just in front of you.
Yeah, Jam Miller has been rough. They should be playing Riley 85% of snaps at least.
You would think, but I don't know. And I don't know. It's just if you give him time, I think he's a great quarterback. I don't really think it's going to. It's going to hurt his Heisman stock, but although I don't really think that it probably should, because he's still a good quarterback. Again, with time, it's
Absolutely.
just a matter of getting the ball to those playmakers, which he didn't have time to. That the defense is very, very good.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, not an overreaction whatsoever. I think we're fine. So
No, I mean Oklahoma's defense is just going to keep them in most of the games they play in. Like especially when they're
Mhm.
playing offenses that are limited, like in
Right.
Alabama's, and that will be Alabama's downfall is their limitations on offense. If Oklahoma went and played Georgia right now, Georgia might beat them by 14.
It could
No,
be.
and that's
Yeah.
no offense to like
They
Oklahoma or
shouldn't have won the
anybody.
first one though. Yeah, it's just how it is.
Like Georgia's offense is clicking, and Mike Bobo has been awesome. Like Georgia, to me, is the scariest team in the SEC right now,
100%
and could be one of the scariest teams in the country. You do not
in
want
the
to play
country.
Georgia in December because of
Yep.
what they do to you. I mean, you saw it in the Texas game. I just beat them up all
Yeah.
game.
Bad.
So, but
Which yeah.
Oklahoma. It depends on round. It depends on matchups, and that's the whole thing with the playoffs. It all depends on who you're going to play.
Yeah, if you get a good draw, I mean, yeah, sure. But at the end of the day, it's where you traveling to or where you're playing at, I guess.
Which I mean, if they win out, they
You
will
might be
be
hosting. I
hosting.
don't know. Yeah.
It'll be the playoff committee tonight will be big
It's going to
because
upset people. It always does. But
there's just not a ton of like high caliber SEC games left. There's
no.
really none,
No.
to be
I mean,
honest.
you can argue the Iron Bowl, but
Tennessee
I
Vandy,
I mean,
just for
yeah.
Vandy's sake, but like A&M Texas, I don't know if that is even a game anymore that
No.
matters
Not even.
because I
No.
think Texas is out. I think they're done, even if they
A&M
beat
loses, I
A&M.
mean, they're still in. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter. Yeah.
So like I think this ranking is big because there's just not a ton of resume boosters for especially for the at-large teams when it comes to the
Right.
SEC. Like
Like this is it, honestly. Like if this is like where you're at, it's probably where you're going to either stay or at least a ballpark of what you're looking at.
yeah,
Like I
because
think
there's
it's a
not a
solid template for the final.
yeah, because like Alabama, if they make the SEC championship game but they lose it, I don't see them moving up
No.
like at all. Because I mean,
Right.
you beat Auburn, like your resume didn't get any better. You look at like
Right.
depends on how much the committee is going to love Georgia's win if they beat Georgia Tech. Um, what do they think of Texas A&M if they beat Texas? Uh, I'd assume Oklahoma doesn't get much of a bump anymore because of I mean Missouri and LSU. So it'll be interesting with the SEC side. I mean, there's still big games in the Big Ten,
Right.
Big Ten, ACC, Big 12 for sure. So we'll see.
Which we will get into currently. So, with playoff talk. Um yeah, new poll comes out roughly a couple hours. Um
So
you want to just do like predictions, like it's basically the same thing, or do you want to do our little game first, or what do we want?
we can do predictions first if you want. Are we
Okay.
just doing top 12?
Yeah,
All right.
with honorable mention, maybe first four out or something if we want, or first two out. I meant.
I think I already posted mine. So I already sent mine. So yeah, this will be easy for me. 1 second, guys. I wasn't prepared for this.
You want to
Send it
go
to
1
you.
through 12 or 12 through 1?
Did I send it to you?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I made mine pretty much shortly after you did yours, so
We text too much. All right. No,
maybe a
1
little
through
bit.
12.
All right.
So if I were on the committee right now, this would be my ranking.
Right.
All right. You just want me to go 1 through 4?
Sure.
Ohio State would be number 1.
Mhm.
Indiana would be number 2. Texas A&M would be number 3. I would have Georgia at 4.
I agree. 1 through 4, 100%.
Yep.
1 massive win over UCLA. Yeah. 2 big win over Wisconsin.
Struggle.
I don't think here's the I don't a lot of people are still saying that A&M should move down a spot after struggling that bad against Carolina. It's not going to happen. I'm sorry. You're dumb.
South Carolina would be like 7th in the Big Ten right now. Let's not do. Let's just get out there. I think the only thing you could argue is like Texas Tech's 5th. Obviously, it'll be interesting
right.
to see if they bump Tech up if Tech wins the Big 12 with no losses.
Yeah, I think so too. Well, I
would
mean,
think you'd have to if Georgia is sitting at home championship weekend. I think Tech would be 4. So
I don't know.
yeah.
It's just depending on how they view that Zona State loss. It's tough, but
Yeah, I just think you kind of have to reward them winning a conference. So
I
assume
absolutely would. I absolutely would.
But yeah, Tech would be 5. I would have Ole Miss 6. I would have Oregon 7, and I would have Oklahoma 8.
Yeah, I agree again as well.
And then,
yeah.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Whatever you got.
No, I mean, I just think based off of resume, obviously, it's I don't know, man, because it's interesting. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, where was Notre Dame at? Were they 8 or 9?
9.
Last week, and Oregon was 8.
Yeah.
Or who was yeah. The resume difference is vast, obviously. So I mean, yeah, they're kicking that out. That's I don't know. That's pretty much it though. Again, I think if you went out, you're there pretty solid at 8 personally, like we were saying earlier. But yeah.
9 through 12, I would currently have Alabama at 9, Notre Dame at 10, BYU at 11, and Utah at 12.
I agree. Yeah. Did I have?
Knowing your bias, you had Notre Dame at Alabama.
No, I have them at 10. No, what? God, no. I think they could be higher if the committee if the committee views them as the best 2-loss team, because if like what they're valuing, what is on film or whatever, or schedule strength or whatever.
I'd argue they're not. I'd argue they're the 4th best 2-loss team technically.
I would say so.
3rd.
I don't really think they were top 3 if I'm being completely honest myself.
Yeah.
Like the strength of record, I mean, they were behind both.
Yeah.
So I mean, obviously after the win for Oklahoma, I mean, it's that gap gets more, as far as
and I have my first 4 out too.
No group of 5.
I'm gonna throw them in.
Okay.
I didn't do it as a bracket. I just did it as the first 12.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna do my next 3, and then I'll get my group of
5. Okay.
My next 3 would be Vandy at 13, Miami at 14, Georgia Tech 15, and then my group of 5 is James Madison.
I have to. Sorry, I'm also unprepared, so I'm just kind of looking around as well.
It was your idea.
Yeah, I know. Dude, I don't know, man. Because oh boy. See, I think this is chaos personally
We're in chaos.
because oh god. So you don't have Tech in.
Georgia Tech?
Yeah, did you say Tech?
No, I don't have them in my top 15. Or
See,
yeah,
I
I
have
do.
them at
They're my last one. They're
I have them
15.
11. I have them 11.
I don't have them ranked 11th, but they would be my
Well, I
ACC
mean,
champ.
as far as bracket goes, yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
if I
you're
did a
saying
bracket,
rankings. Okay,
yeah,
sorry, my bad. That's why I was
yeah,
all over the place. I was like, huh?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I was just doing it right down the rankings.
Now you're
No,
good.
if I was
Okay.
doing it like that,
I was like,
if I
hold on.
well, everything would be the same. Your top 12. Take Utah out, take BYU out,
Right.
throw in Georgia Tech, throw in James Madison. Right now, that's how I would have it.
Right.
But
Currently, yes, that's how it would sit.
yes, correct. And then so you would have my first three out would be BYU, Utah, and Vandy. And then shortly after Miami, USC.
As much as I want to put them in there, I think I have to stay with Tulane
Sure.
as my group of 5.
I mean, it's
And
genuinely all going to depend on. It'll be interesting because it'll depend on who is ranked higher in this one. Because
right.
James Madison's not going to get another good win.
No.
Because whoever they play, like Southern Miss, isn't on the committee's radar at all. If that's who they play in the championship game, whereas Tulane and North Texas are going to play, and they're both going to be ranked. More
Right. Right. Man. So as far as bracket goes, I mean, do you have a bracket idea?
Sure. I would have Texas Tech going again. Texas Tech is the 5 seed, and we would have James Madison traveling to Tech.
As your group of 5, right?
Yep. Ole Miss would host Georgia Tech, 6-11. Oregon would host Notre Dame, and we would get a rematch. Oklahoma would host Alabama. That would be your first round, and then you would go.
See, I have Oklahoma hosting. Let me see. Hold on. I have Oklahoma hosting Oregon.
Okay, so you have Oregon at 9, or do you have Oregon at 10?
10.
Okay.
So it'd be 7 and 10.
Gotcha.
And then 8 and 9 is Bama 8 and Notre Dame 9.
So we just differ on our Oregon ranking.
Right. For now. Because yeah. 6 and 11 is interesting because I think you can definitely argue Miami. And honestly, for the chaos, I kind of hope that they do. Just because.
Well, Miami's simple. Have everyone in front of you lose.
Right.
You need Utah to lose another one, which that's going to be tougher. Their schedule's not that bad.
It's very, yeah.
You need Vandy to lose to Tennessee. You need
probably, maybe.
And then you need BYU to lose either a regular season game or hope that they get dominated in the conference championship game. It's probably what you need. That would be to get probably the 11 seed. Like, Notre Dame's not losing. You can go ahead and throw them in. So, that comes down to, like, Bama losing in Jordan Hare, or it comes down to Oklahoma losing one of their last 2, or Oregon losing 2. Oregon probably has to lose 2. I don't think they'd put. That'd be an interesting
Lose
one.
2? You think?
Would you put Miami in over Oregon if both had 2 losses?
100%. I would.
I wouldn't.
Really?
I mean, Oregon's 2 losses would be to the number 2 team in the country and the, let's say they lose to USC, top 15 team. And then,
I mean, they're going to be.
Best wins Washington and Penn State.
Now, what if it's vice versa? You beat USC
And lose to Washington?
and you lose to Washington.
For recency bias, I'd probably pick Miami, or they would. The committee. I'd still pick Oregon.
Really?
Yeah,
Ah,
I don't.
yeah.
If you lose 2 conference games in the ACC, you shouldn't even be in regardless. That conference sucks.
Yeah.
Georgia
Yeah, it
Tech almost
does.
lost to Boston College. They have 1 win.
Hey, we almost did too. It's okay.
You need to join a conference. Dude, I saw a bunch of Notre Dame Twitter fingers talking about
Did
getting
you?
mad at. Yeah, I saw them getting mad at the ACC network for pumping up Miami.
Yeah. They
They're
said
like,
be on the lookout for the officials today.
and
I
then
was like, what are
yeah,
we
and then
doing?
they were like, we need to leave the conference, and I was like, you're not even in it for football. Who cares? Like, what? Do you think Notre Dame's adding something in basketball? No, they don't care.
Like the
You
only
leave.
thing, I mean, like I quote tweeted it and like all I said, and I was just like, yeah, basically the team that like cashes your checks essentially. But outside of that, I mean, like, what are we doing here? Like,
Miami's probably the number one, the second best
so
revenue team in the ACC.
that was so stupid. Sometimes, yeah, sometimes I just can't help but like shake my head at some of it. It was really funny because they were genuinely concerned for this
I
weekend. They're
know.
like, be on the lookout for getting scammed by the refs on Saturday against Pitt. It's going to be bad. It's like we
Ridiculous.
end up maybe getting like 2 penalties in 3 quarters, like
Yeah,
if that.
I've seen a lot of Notre Dame fans talking about how the refs are always against you.
When?
What are you doing?
Literally when? I don't
What are you doing?
know any other Notre Dame fan personally, other than like the ones that are in my family, or at least talk to, I should say.
Yeah, y'all are crazy.
And I can very so promise you guys, we're not all like that, all right? Maybe same thing for Ohio State fans. Like the ones that I know personally, guys are great. You know, love y'all. But some of them on Twitter or Facebook, it's just a completely different realm.
Oh, I mean, because you can hide behind your screen and you don't have to show your face. You can say whatever you want.
It's also every Tennessee fan.
Yeah, every Tennessee fan you meet on Twitter, it's insane.
Dude, it's bad. That's actually one that
You find any
last
Tennessee
year's.
fan in person, and they're normally not. There are crazy ones, but like me, I'm not. My friends are not crazy. It's weird. It's just
The ones that I know, they're like so big on like hospitality and like just like so nice,
yeah.
like
It's the South.
genuinely. And yeah, I don't know. Even Kentucky, some of Kentucky's, they just all look like they're related and inbred, and it's just kind of yeah.
All right, I'm not doing that.
No,
All right,
come on.
let's
Let's
play
get.
our game. Let's play our game.
All right, fine.
You can
Playoff
talk.
game.
All right, so Kay, I'm going to list off teams that have a chance to make the playoff. Basically, like your top 25 almost, but he's
All
going to
right.
tell me if they are a lock to make the playoff. He feels good about them making the playoff, or they are out and are not
Mm,
making it.
mm,
Okay. We are
mm.
only going to do the Power Four conferences. I'm going to go ahead and pencil Notre Dame in as a lock for you, so we don't even have to talk about them.
I don't want them to be a lock. I still,
They
I don't know.
are.
I have some weird gut feeling, dude, that we're getting blue balled by the committee, and then they're just slowly realizing that you know what, the Miami loss is kind of dumb. Why did we do that in the first place? You know, get them out of here.
The only way
Can you imagine how
Notre Dame
funny
could
that would be, though?
fall, the only way Notre
That
Dame
would
could
be
continue to fall
hilarious.
is if Miami loses.
That would be hilarious. Imagine if Miami throws on purpose, though.
So, okay, here's a question. Miami beats Pitt by more than Notre Dame beats Pitt.
All right.
You have to put Miami in, right?
You have to put Miami in. Yes,
Okay.
that's what I
Glad we
mean.
got glad we threw that out there. Okay. First team. We're starting in the ACC. Georgia Tech. Lock, feel good, out.
Feel good.
Okay.
I'm not saying lock until we see the Georgia game, much less ACC title game, considering, or even this week. I mean, I know that they're playing Pitt, and I know that but the spread is small. It's going to be competitive.
You feel
I'm
Pitt
just
wins.
saying, if Pitt can't move the ball, that game is going to be nasty. So
Correct.
I'll just say that. I'm going to wait until the Georgia game, though. Feel good.
Virginia.
Out. Bye. I don't want to see you again.
Pitt.
Out.
Last one or two more. SMU.
Life, but leaning out.
There's a chance.
I'm going to say life, but I'm leaning out.
I don't know what. I haven't looked into ACC tiebreakers yet. I'll have to do that.
I don't want to say feel good because I don't feel good about it, but life. I'll make my own tier.
Yeah, they're in between feel good and out.
Literally.
And then last one is Miami.
Feel good.
Feel good about Miami. Okay.
I do. I really do. Like, honest, like, they have a genuinely good chance to literally beat Pitt by more than we did. That game's at home, right?
It's on the road for Miami.
It is? Well, I don't want to say that changes much. I'm not going to call it a hostile environment.
Same venue.
That place sucks.
By more.
That would be funny. I'm telling you, if it's like 45 to like 13 or something, it's going to be hilarious.
So that's the ACC. No locks. Two feel is good. Georgia Tech, Miami out. Virginia, Pitt, SMU. We move to the Big Ten. Indiana.
Lock.
Ohio State.
Out. Only for my bet. I'm just kidding. Feel good. No, lock. My bet's cooked. It was only plus 230. All right, relax. Give me a break. It was a good bet.
There's
the value was there.
Possible world that Ohio State is out.
The value was there. All right.
Oregon.
Also another one for my bet. I'm gonna say feel good for now, but there's I'm not going to say it's necessarily a lock because USC and Washington are still tough games.
USC.
Life, but leaning out again. Yeah.
I lean out. I personally do not think. I guess it depends on where they're ranked tonight, but I do not think you take.
I'm leaning out, but
USC
no.
Over 10-2 Miami, 10-2 Vandy, 10-2, 11-2 BYU.
Well, when you're talking like that many people, yeah, then no. I'm sorry.
I personally lean out on USC. Michigan.
I'm gonna say out.
I agree. I'm very curious. I know they won't do it. I hope someone does it just to see what it looks like. If Ohio State rested their starters against Michigan, lost on purpose, but not on purpose.
Yeah.
Didn't make the Big Ten championship game on purpose because they didn't want to play an extra game. Michigan makes the Big Ten championship game, beats Indiana, and they get 4 teams. Because that's the way you'd do it. That's the way you'd have to do it.
Right.
Ohio State would be...
Which they did it versus UCLA the second half.
Yeah, they'd be 5th. That is all the teams with life in the Big Ten. So you have 2
I don't think Ryan Day does it, but it's still... I still think...
So bad.
I think that's your best option, though.
Yes. So 2 locks, Indiana, Ohio State, 1 feel good, Oregon, 2 outs, USC, Michigan. Move to the Big 12. Texas Tech.
I'm going to say lock.
I agree. I don't see a world where they lose a regular season game, and I think even if they lost the conference championship,
I can't. Yeah, they've been too good.
You'd take 11-2 Texas Tech. BYU.
Feel really good, but I think they need a little bit of more. I think they need like one more. They need a little bit of help, I think. I'll say that. But I feel really good about them being in.
I think if they go, I think an 11-2 BYU loss in the conference championship, I think you have to put them in.
For sure. Yeah. Similar situation last year as well with the whole.
Unless they lose by 60. Then
you can't afford a blowout. Yeah. It's got to be competitive.
Yeah, it's got to be like the Clemson SMU game last year. Utah.
I'm going to say out, but I think that there's a way
There's definitely a way.
because I don't feel good. Yeah, I'm in between it again. I don't necessarily feel good about it, but I'm not like completely out on the team. I don't think they're dead. You know what I mean?
My thing with Utah is, who have you beaten?
Yeah.
And it's so cool that you beat mid-level Big 12 teams by 60. Like, that's awesome. I love that you did that.
That's yeah.
But, like, it doesn't help you as much as you think it does.
No.
And I've heard these people talking about how Utah could jump BYU if BYU loses in the conference championship game and Utah gets in over BYU. And I think that's insane.
No.
That when BYU would have one less loss in the regular season and beat them. I think that'd be insane. So
Right. I agree.
I think that's crazy.
It is.
Technically, Houston has life. I know you're going to say out. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't feel great, but if I had to today, yeah, I'd say out.
I don't know how Houston would make the championship game, but that would be
wild. That'd be wild.
Okay. So Big 12, one lock, Texas Tech, one feel good BYU, 2 outs, Utah, Houston. We move to the SEC, the most jumbled conference in the world. There are 6 teams. There's technically a 7th. I'm going to have to throw that team in there. Okay. Start with the easy ones. A&M.
Lock.
Georgia.
I'm going to say lock.
Yeah, you think they're losing to Charlotte this week?
Scary, dude. Sleepy game.
Favored by 44. Ole Miss.
Lock.
Yes. Alabama.
Feel really good. I'm not going to say lock, though.
Yeah, that's where I will say, if Bama loses to Auburn, they are out.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, that's your, yeah.
Okay.
Oklahoma. And how fitting would that be for our futures? Also feel really good. But I don't necessarily want to say lock because again, games aren't necessarily gimmies. But you need a little bit of help before I can say lock personally.
You have to win out. 100%.
Yeah, that's your first step. 100%.
Okay. Do I want to do them next or no? Let's do Texas.
I'm gonna say out.
The Fighting Matthew McConaughey's.
Sorry.
Out.
Sorry.
At least he looks cool.
Yeah, it was a nice jacket.
Yeah. I mean, I love that he wears the same outfit, cowboy hats.
Every single Saturday, yeah.
I love the way he talks.
Like, you think he washes that?
No.
Just maybe hangs it up. Maybe it's hanging up in Sark's office.
Yeah.
Has his own locker.
Together. Not in the same room, but like, you know.
You never know.
All right, true. I mean,
to each their own, you know.
Changing the same room, locker room. Okay, last team. No, sorry. I got one more.
Oh God.
Vandy.
Out. I knew it.
No, I have one more after Vandy. But Vandy, you're out on Vandy?
I'm out on Vandy.
Out on Vandy. How sad.
Because I think they're losing to Tennessee. So yeah, at that point, yes.
Yeah, good. Okay, my last one's Tennessee. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna lean out on that one. Hear me out, though.
Okay. I knew it was coming.
Are you ready? Here we go.
Just drop this in real fast.
Guys, if you're listening to this and you're not a Tennessee fan, you can go ahead and just turn the podcast off. Not gonna do this is the end. This is just me. But I have to do this for my own sake. So here we go. Here's how it has to happen. Hold on, wait. I gotta find the stupid rankings. These things suck. Why do they take so long? Okay, here we go. Here's what we need. Tennessee currently 23, and as of last week's poll. Are you ready for this? You ready? Are you ready? Okay. Pitt is below us now because they lost. So we jump
Right.
up to 20. We jump up to 22. Iowa lost. We jump up to 21. Louisville lost. We jump up to 20. Okay, so we're at 20 now. 20.
We're at 20.
Okay, we're already at 20. Just go ahead and put that in right now. We're 20 in like an hour. We're at 20 already. Okay. Now, people in front of us. Here we go. Virginia. They cannot win the ACC. We need them to lose. I don't care who to. Virginia Tech would be perfect, but really anybody. They could lose in the conference championship game. We'll move ahead of them. All right. There's that. Michigan needs to lose to Ohio State. Or this week. They have to lose a game. Okay. USC needs to lose to Oregon, preferably. Georgia Tech can win the ACC. We're cool with them. Perfectly fine. We need Miami to lose to Pitt, but then we need Pitt to lose the last game of the year. Actually, no, sorry. Pitt could beat Georgia Tech, but needs to lose to Miami. Or no, sorry, I swapped those. Yeah. You get where I'm going. You got me. We beat Vandy, jump up above them. Utah loses. I don't know to who, but they lose. And then we need BYU to lose another game too, and then lose in the conference championship game. And I think we'd get it. Then it would be a fight between us and Texas as the 3 lost teams. I don't know where the committee would go with that. So we may just have to, like, I don't know, sprain Arch's like pinky finger and hope like, oh, he's out. We can't put him in. Florida State kind of thing.
Jordan Travis treatment. Yeah.
Yeah, correct. Or Notre Dame loses. That would help. No offense, but that would help. So there you go. There's your weekly How Does Tennessee Get in the Playoff update. We'll update again next Monday unless we lost. Do we play this week? Yes. Oh, yeah, right. We play Florida. If we lose to Florida, there will be no update. We also, if we lose to Florida, I'm not coming on the pod on Monday.
Both of us with Florida money line on our slips this weekend, by the way.
Oh, yeah. You already have it placed?
Just acting. Yeah, I took it at 4.5 as soon as that hit.
Oh, I just took the money line.
I just took it outright.
I don't even need the spread.
I'll take both.
Yeah, 4.5 lean that way. Do you have, before we actually leave?
Lean? Lock.
I lean. Do you have any play? We record tomorrow.
Trying to. That's the game plan.
Okay. Do you have a play for tomorrow then? Because tonight's plays won't matter unless you can get this out in an hour.
True. Yeah. No. I'm
throughout the entire episode just to get to our plays.
For tomorrow. Yeah, there's a couple I'm eyeing on. I would ideally like to have some sort of play in this Miami Buffalo game, although I did read Miami's QB is now like sitting for the rest of the year, which is great.
Are you talking about
yeah.
Yeah.
He's done.
That was like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I just found out about that.
The Miami of Ohio starting quarterback is getting ready for the NFL draft. Tell me if you've ever heard that before. I have.
Hey, you know what? I don't know.
It's been a while, Big Ben.
I'll give you a shocker here because we need it.
Okay.
Kent State beats Central Michigan.
Sure.
I'll take it.
I like Kent State.
I would ideally like. Yeah, I saw that.
Ohio Buffalo.
Yeah. I would ideally like the Kent number to hit 10. I don't think it is though. But there are widely available 8s around the board. So if you are listening to this, there's also a lot of money coming in on Kent, by the way. So that number might drop even more. So yeah, you can probably take that then. I will say before we close out this week specifically, in the next coming weeks, if you took any of the futures that we had from the beginning of the year, I'm sure we can probably go over this on the preview, which is recording tomorrow, probably uploaded Thursday morning, roughly. I think we should go over, just depending on how many people. I'm not going to ask who all took one, obviously, because that would just be pointless. because nobody's going to speak up, whatever. I just know there's a lot. Both of us, we have at least like 5+, maybe
I'm not
7+.
I'm only gonna hedge one this week and just hope that the others make it. But yeah,
There's a couple that I have this week, and the majority is going to be the final week. So just fair warning.
we can do it.
But yeah,
That works.
I don't. Are you going to track your hedges?
Yeah.
Because I don't track my futures, so I don't really think that I necessarily should, unless if I really like it. But
I mean, you could just do it. I mean, you've announced your futures on the pod and in places, so
that makes sense.
Just track
it makes sense.
The hedge, put in it if you took X hedge or X future.
Right. Yeah, I guess it makes sense. It's just it's the fact of me putting active money on Butch Jones kind of really pisses me off.
Let's go.
Like I don't want to do this at all. I don't want to do that at all. But you know, if it means hitting the team total, then we're fine. Okay, we're fine.
I make the Kent State game 3, so
yeah, it's Kent covering by easily.
I will be betting on DeShields at some point in the next day. Also,
I'm taking him outright though. I think Kent's winning that game personally. So,
what was I going to throw out there? You said something.
Late night action. You gotta love it.
Bet Charlotte plus whatever number.
Dude, oh my God! Please, yes.
It doesn't matter the number. Just bet.
I took first half because of the price, but full game as well. Yes.
Yeah, Kirby Smart is 0-26 now. What is it? It's something crazy.
It's bad. It's very bad.
I don't
want to call it bad, but it's just, yeah, it is what it is.
He's 0-1,000,000 covering spreads of over 38. So we are going to
literally, yeah. I just think it's going to be a bad first half. I took the plus 27 first half, and then I'm more than likely doubling and taking the 44 while it's still there before it hits probably down to. I'm assuming it's going to close at 42 with how much money's coming in on Charlotte. Honestly, I might do that after I right now.
No, I'd say that's probably where it closes.
Oh, dude, you just. Oh my God.
No, there's 44s out there.
Yeah,
there's one 44 flat.
I saw that.
It's 43.
The volley. Okay, so yeah, after I'm hopping off here, I'm locking in Charlotte, by the way, even though I have it already. But nonetheless, you have some Mac plays for Thursday, so you have those. You might have a couple for tomorrow, which is Wednesday. And then yeah, we'll have the preview out tomorrow. We'll be going over the rest of the games for the weekend, and then for the third straight week in a row, Morning Huddle back.
That's crazy. Wait, hold on.
Okay.
So we did that whole thing, and you had 12 teams.
Huh?
In your feel good and lock, you had exactly 12. You made a bracket.
Look at Cade.
Well, actually, technically, you had 13, and then you throw the group 5, so you have 14. So you gotta keep close.
Just put me on the committee. I'm a chairman.
Well, the other one left. So
non-biased Notre Dame fan that just wears nothing but Lucky Charm costumes.
Yes, and it carries a gun.
I think that. I mean, I have it right next. I don't think it's a good idea to show it on stream or on recording. But
I don't know if we really need to do that.
Yeah. You guys know. You guys know what it looks like. Must say, crazy hard picture though. I'm not gonna lie if you saw it.
We saw
it. We saw it. So did like 400 other people in the Twitter community. It was a dub, though. Who cares?
That was great. No, it was the elite picture, really.
But yeah, there's your slight recap / preview. We'll be reacting in confusion as to what the committee does in about an hour and a half from now in the Discord chat. So be sure you're there to listen to that and listen to us. I'm sure they'll do something that we just don't expect. Kind of like last week.
Because I just know I'm just going to get mad, so I just kind of give up.
Check it later. I'm going to be forced to watch it because I know Kentucky's going to be down astronomical units. I'm having both up. Relax. Let me finish.
There's 3 action games. How are you going to have all 3?
I have an iPad, I have a Mac, and I have a TV.
And watching those stupid big blue bummies.
I literally have Michigan State tonight.
I do too.
It's
I agree.
um college basketball HD coming soon.
Where we just
Shout
tail
out.
Cade's plays.
Shut up. All right,
I'm
dude.
just kidding.
No. No. Um yeah, we'll hop out of here. We'll see you guys for the preview tomorrow or roughly Thursday around some time when you guys actually see this. And yeah, have a good week. Enjoy the action. And we'll see you for this weekend for another morning huddle, 10 a.m.
Go
Peace.
Brown.